Well, I tried to sleep and it didn't work. All I got fucking was fucking rest and I fucking thought fucking and fucking didn't fucking work. Is there enough fucks in there? I don't know. I'm gonna say no, but I don't know. Okay, so something I wanted to talk about. Okay, uh, Charlie Kirk. I'm gonna try to. He talked about, he had some, I don't know, backward opinions about women. You could put it that way. You'd be like, get your ass in the kitchen, get your ass in the bedroom, and start pumping out some babies, bitch. Kind of view about women, and I bet there are women out there that would, let's say, not take too kindly. The brightness is about to go down a little bit. There are probably some women out there. Yeah, I might not take too kindly to that, or it might be a little insulted. But it does kind of speak. It speaks a little bit to some, um, to a little bit of the kind of, I want to say the primal part of men in terms of, you know, reproduction and stuff. Um, and uh, they're conservative. That's on the conservative side. And I think the left has a real problem with addressing, with kind of reconciling women's rights and um, being very like they tiptoe around they tiptoe around you know this 30 plus age women. um, you know what are you going to do? Are you going to continue down your career path, or are you going to have babies? Because after 30, things are starting to pick up. 32, you got one baby. After that, it's, you know, because you have a baby at 32, that means you're 33. You should kind of wait. If you have a baby at 32, because it's pretty much one baby a year, and doctors will pretty much tell you it's kind of like a year and a half at a minimum. having a baby every year is kind of stressing the hell out of a mom's body. Um, I mean, unless as a mom, you're really kind of like paying really close attention to what food you're eating and vitamins and all that shit. You're paying attention, like, blah, blah, I'm taking in this and that, blah, 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 because you're making a fucking person. You are making another person and don't have any kind of illusions to that fact. And if you are replacing vitamins, nutrients, minerals in the, say, 3 months after the 9 months, um, you make 3 babies in 3 years, your body is going to be bleh. So women that have had 3 or 4 children over their lifetime, just talk to them about their bodies, the females, just to have discussions. I'm not the person because I have a penis, so and on top of that, I don't have I don't have a girlfriend, I don't have female friends, so whatever. I can just assume that it's making a person, and the person feeds off of you and gets everything from you directly, like in a direct way through a fucking cord, and is leeching off you in a very literal way. That person is actually leeching off you like a parasite. So yeah, and, don't even get me started on the whole twins or triplets thing. So yeah, left, going back a couple steps. Left needs to kind of, I don't know, be a little more realistic in the discussion with women on a lot of fucking shit. Uh, in the public space. I'm sure women, when they talk to other women, have actual real discussions, in private, in their private circles. I'm sure they do. But in the public space, they're like, oh, girl, you can have everything. You know, this fucking Hollywood dream where they're just advertising, yeah, you can be blah, 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 blah. And it's just like, but they get in their private groups and they're like, well, what are you going to do? And, you know, my personal private behavior is to the people on the left and the people on the right is we gotta make a really decided step forward, and that is fucking maternity leave. It has to be, we gotta have paid maternity leave for one thing, and we definitely have to have unpaid paternity leave, I mean, that should definitely be something that is national. I mean, so that fathers can leave and not just be fired. We can guarantee that dads can just leave and have their job secured so that they can come back and not be like, well, we filled the job. What are you going to do? I mean, you left, and so go fuck yourself. But do like a lot of the other countries do and give dads paid paternity leave too. And the other thing for that is, we say a lot of, we say um, better, cheaper childcare, but that's kind of like it's kind of like a band aid or just a supplement, like childcare. I mean, I can understand childcare if, again, you have like twins or triplets or something, but you only really need childcare in a society where you create a system and have a system where you where both parents need to work full-time jobs. If you have a society where at most one of the parents needs to work a full-time job and one of them can stay home and take care of the kids during the day, then I mean, don't really need a huge childcare system. So basically, they just need to make sure that, there's not that huge burden of making every job in the country a shitty ass fucking job and making everybody poor as shit in the country. Which again, like I say in every fucking video, it comes back to fucking kneecapping rich people. You gotta fucking kneecap rich people. I mean, tax, kneecap the rich. That there's a song, money is, I don't know, fucking just kneecap the rich people. I mean, that's where everything starts. But yeah, I mean, the left has gotta deal with this kind of. I mean, so the Charlie Kirk is like, getting on the women, gotta fucking start pumping out the babies, and it's being so fucking misogynistic about it, and the left is so fairyland. Women can do everything, and they don't need no man, and have have 5 babies on your own, and it's just like that. Everybody's living in some kind of, I don't know, weird world that doesn't exist anymore. Either doesn't exist anymore or is fucking plain stupid fantasy. I mean, women, if you want to, you can choose to get artificial insemination and be a single mom, but then that's on your own. I mean, if you want to do that, but then that's your choice, and that's kind of a fucked up thing to do. Choose to do, and yeah, I don't know. I don't think I would. That's just fucked up, personally. To voluntarily go into raising a child on your own. I don't know about that. Maybe if you know you're like 30 or something, and like you're like, I made my money, I'm out, I have plenty of money, and I just want to raise a kid, and I kind of gave up on dating or whatever. It's like, okay. I mean, I don't want no puppies or anything or cats. I just want to have a kid. I don't want to screw around with dating or anything. Okay, it's kind of weird, but you're gonna have to answer some awkward questions to your child eventually. But okay. Mm. But at least you'll have free time. You'll be able to do stuff. So, all right. But if you're gonna have to work and raise kids singly, then that's fucked up. That's definitely fucked up. Yes. So I guess the point I was making is there's room to kind of meet in the middle between the political right and left, on this whole on what I'm talking about in uh, this whole family stuff. Um, if you're more concerned on if you're more concerned about the quality, uh, not the quality, if you're more concerned about the welfare and health care of the actual children and not the politics of anything, then there are fairly easy things that can be talked about. But if you're only concerned about um, external politics or things that are related to the larger society, then you know, then it's well, it should be a man and a woman, or it should be about a woman's right to have a career and a family, or you know, it should be this, it should be that. All of this bullshit. If you want it to be about all these different things, then you know, whatever. I don't care. But if your concern is actually, um, do you want the children to actually develop well and grow up and turn into good people, then there are actions that can be taken that are pretty well known and very well uh, kind of self-evident. Uh, you know, make sure there's a caretaker there for them at every stage. Uh, make sure they have the essentials. Outside of that, there isn't a whole lot to raising a kid. It's kind of like growing a crop, water and sunlight. Other than that, I mean, the rest is just kind of like, you know, percentage points of extra growth and stuff. I mean, you can make your children smarter and all that, but they'll figure shit out. And no, no offense to be blunt or anything, but some kids are, you know, some kids are dumber than others, and some kids are faster than others, and some kids are just plain ugly. You can, there are some things that can be changed within certain ranges, and that's all that is. And if you have a lot of money, you can move the dial a lot. And if you don't, it's going to be really close to that minimum on every one of those dials. So that's just what it is. Oh man, I'm tired again, fuckers. I'm waiting for my clothes to be delivered to me from Sezzy Desi. I still have a lot of food. I don't know what I'm gonna eat like for meals. I think I'm gonna give myself a cookie for a snack. See if I can fend off this fucking lack of sleep with a fucking cookie. Give myself soda sugar with some cookie sugar with some soda caffeine with some fucking, I don't know. Alright. Women, every woman out there, just hear me now, make a baby. And after that, make another baby. And then get typhoid fever and die. There you go. Secret of life. Typhoid fever. After all, you're not taking vaccines or anything, so you might as well get something fun. Bring it back to the old days. Babies and typhoid. Bitch. Alright. So get to kneecapping on people and tax rich so everybody can be boobs rich out.